my name is Barb Desautels with CIR Realty. Welcome to my channel. On this channel, you'll learn all things real estate. You'll learn about the buying and selling process, as well as things to do in Calgary and the surrounding areas. Today, I'm talking about a subject that might not be the greatest. It might be a little bit icky. It might be a little bit ugly, and it sucks, really. I'm talking about divorce, selling your home while you're going through a divorce. Let's go. Remember, this is an emotional time for both of you. And no matter what people tell you, it is a very stressful situation for people to go through. So take some time to process what your next step is, where you want to go, and that will help you moving forward. I'm going to give you some tips to help you get through the home selling process. Remember, selling your home in the first place is usually a very stressful thing, and going through a divorce while you're selling a home can be rather nerve-wracking. Before we begin, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of my videos. One of the first things you want to think about is, does one spouse want to remain in the home? Do they want to keep the home? If the answer is yes, then does he or she qualify to purchase the home on their own with their current salary, with their current situation? That includes their credit as well. If that answer is yes again, then you'll need to make an appointment with your bank and let them know that you will be purchasing the home from your spouse. This is what we call buying out. So you'll be buying out the spouse that will not be staying in the home. And you would need to go to the bank, get your pre-approval. Now the bank will require a professional appraisal, and sometimes you have to pay for that. You can try to get the bank to pay for it, but in most instances the bank will ask you to pay for that. So if you do qualify and you get the appraisal, if there's equity in the property, you will need to pay the other spouse their portion of the proceeds. So you would include that in your mortgage. So you would pay them off, and then they would have no rights to the property. They will sign what they call a Dower Rights Act. And basically it just says that they're giving up their interest in the property, so that it'll only be one spouse's name on title to the property. It'll be free and clear of the individual that does not want to stay in the house or does not want to be on title. If you've chosen to sell your home, then you'll need to hire a real estate agent. You want to hire somebody who you will both trust, a great negotiator, and somebody that will treat both of you with respect and will be neutral in the process. Remember, your home is most likely the largest financial asset that you have. So you do want somebody who you will trust, and you want to make sure that this is also treated like a business transaction, because it really is. When you meet your realtor, don't feel embarrassed about going through a divorce. I know some people might feel that they have failed, but honestly, 2.68 million people filed for a divorce, a legal divorce in Canada in 2019. So don't be embarrassed at all. Your realtor is there to work for you. Now, if you made the decision to sell your home, do not tell your neighbors why you're selling your home. The reason I say that is that could cost you a lot of money. So the new buyer runs into your neighbor, Sally talks a lot. Guess what she's going to say? You know, Barbie and Ken, they're great neighbors, but it's too bad that they're getting a divorce. And what will this do for you? In your negotiating powers, if the buyer knows that you're getting a divorce, they'll feel that there's an urgency there, and they will give you a lowball offer. So if you do want to tell your neighbors that you're selling your home, make sure it's your close friends. If the neighbors are really good friends with you, they're best friends, and they'll keep everything quiet, then go ahead. But if not, mum's the word. Say nothing to no one. Keep your information private. Make sure you continue paying your mortgage, your utilities, any bill that pertains to the home. You want to make sure those are all kept up to date while you're either making the decision to sell your home, or if your spouse is going to be buying you out of the home. You want to make sure all this is up to date. You don't want to have any other issues, no other headaches coming with bill collectors calling at your door. Okay? It's critical that you both agree on what bills you'll each take care of up front, so that there's no guessing. Now, if one person's going to be staying in the home, then I recommend the person that's not going to be staying in the home, we leave some of their clothing behind, their shoes behind. And the reason I say that is this way, if somebody sees that there's two people's name on title, but when they get to the house, they only notice, a women's clothing only or men's clothing only, then they may get an idea that this is a divorce situation. And the idea behind this is that we do not want to give them any ammunition to write a lowball offer. Now, we'll take care of this in the staging process. If the individual who is going to be moving out need to take some furniture, we're going to be very strategic in which pieces he or she can take. This will be part of the staging consult as well. Make sure you sit down and have a good conversation about who's going to be paying for maintenance of the house. So if there's lawn care, if you have snow removal, or if there's housekeeping, decide upfront who's going to be taking care of what bills. We want to take the guessing game, and there's no opportunity for he said, she said. Let your realtor know who's responsible for those items. Communication is key when you're going through a stressful time and an unknown time. So you want to make sure that you and your spouse are communicating. I know this can be very difficult when you're going through a divorce, but it's crucial that you're communicating with each other as well as your realtor. If you and your spouse are not communicating, then please let your realtor know your whereabouts so that when you do get that offer, he or she can get a hold of you, no problems, and then you can deal with the offer as soon as possible. Remember to be upfront with your realtor so that he or she can work in your best interests. We are not allowed to tell anyone why you're selling your home. We owe you confidentiality. The only time that we can tell someone why you're selling your home is if you allow us to do so. So please remember, be honest and upfront with your realtor because they are looking out for your best interests. Consider using a different lawyer than your divorce lawyer. And the reason I say that is sometimes when you have your divorce lawyers, you have other issues or other situations and factors that you're dealing with, like child support, alimony, things like that. And when you want to sell your home, you don't want that necessarily to be mixed up with all these other things that you have to deal with. So consider using a different lawyer for both transactions. Remember, I'm not a lawyer, but these are some of the things I think would help you to have a smooth transaction while you're selling your home, going through the divorce at the same time. When selling your home during a divorce, try to keep your emotions out of it. I know this is really hard to do as divorce is a very emotional process, but this will make it a lot easier for you in moving forward and also not making the task so daunting. As your realtor, my job is to sell your home with the utmost respect and confidentiality, along with my great negotiating skill. My job is to get you the best price possible so you can both move forward with your future endeavors. My contact information will be in the description box down below. My phone number is 403-667-9869 on my cell phone. Thank you so much for watching.